No, mine's different than Kyle. Mobley, Mobley.
And can you talk about how long you've been coming? We talked about it a little bit before, but you go back to when and talk about the family connection.
My oldest son played hockey and football in high school. He was a little overweight, but quite athletic. So someone suggested that we come to Powertrain. So in 2004, we started with Steve. He started working out. We started a special diet. I think he dropped 30-some, there's somewhere I have before and after pictures, 30-some pounds that in the period of about a year, it helped his football. He actually got a partial scholarship when he graduated. At the time, his last year in high school, my youngest then decided he wanted to try. At the time, he was 12 years old. Now, we knew his growth plates were done growing, but he so bad wanted to come. If his brother could do it, he wanted to do it. So Steve left him, come in the summer, run, just like kind of run and work out. And then he kind of came, I think like 2 days a week. I think Steve started a program then for younger kids, trying to get younger kids involved, understanding if they started now, how it would help them. And he then progressed into the lifting. Now, he only probably went 2 days a week for a couple years, so he kind of figured out really he wanted to do it because of his brother, but he figured out that that's what he wanted to do. He then proceeded to partake in the program 4 or 5 times a week, 4 times a week, until he was through high school. Big difference. Both of my boys had quite change. The rewards, the stability. They recovered from injuries quicker. Their joints were more stable. A couple times the boys were hurt, minor injuries. These guys were great in working with them, coordinating with physical therapy. Steve actually did some of the physical therapy on my older son when he got hurt playing football. I have nothing to say but good things about the program. My youngest now attends ASU. He is on a 5-year scholarship out there. I think in 2005 he set the state record in the discus. 2006 he actually threw further, but it wasn't at a state meet, so it wasn't a state record. But I have nothing but good things to say about the program. It's been 10 years I've had a kid in it.
That's great. Can you talk maybe a little bit about how Powertrain is different from other clubs that?
See, that's a little difficult for me because I've always been into Powertrain.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know anything else other than I know with the high schools and the stuff, they were kind of specific. Where Steve's program is all around. It helped my boys in strength. It helped their speed. You could see that in their ice hockey game. You could see that as they progressed, as Kyle progressed in throwing the shot in the disc. Kyle, when he started, like we said, was probably 125 pounds, maybe 5'7". Till he graduated from high school, we were probably 6'2", 230. Big difference. I mean, you're kind of gambling weight to see what happens, but a big difference. And he loved it. He loved every minute of it. He loved the supplements and just the workout, and it was a self-confidence booster for both of them. You could just see them blossom as they got out and got around different people, and the results paid off. You know, they were starting to see the results of the program.
Can you just, if you could mention the progression from, say, their goals were to play. Did they both play Division I?
No.
Okay.
My younger one didn't start. My older one didn't start until he was in 11th grade.
Okay.
The younger one was the only one that started when he was 6.
Okay.
Or in 6th grade, 12 years old.
Okay. Maybe if you could just talk about him and again his goal of playing Division I, the progression.
That's his goal. Part of the reason Kyle wanted to start Powertrain is his brother threw, and they also worked with a throws coach out of Harrisburg. At a very young age, Kyle determined that he wanted to throw D1, he wants to make the Olympic trials, and he wants to throw in the Visa circuit. Now, there that kid that his coach at Harrisburg worked with, Ryan Whiting, who went to ASU, who is currently now in the visa circuit, went to the Olympic trials, getting ready for the Olympic trials. Kyle kind of followed his path, but Kyle knows he was littler strength-wise, whatever. So that's the other part of the reason that he partook in Power Train, was to work on areas that he needed, where he knew he was not as big. He had natural ability, he had wingspans, as we call it, but he was small in the chest and the legs. So that's the other reason we came to Power Train. Or he wanted to come to Power Train, because that, at a very young age, that was his goal. So as far as I'm concerned, Power Train's helped him achieve that so far. I mean, he was back again this summer. He will be back next summer whenever he comes home.
Other benefits as far as work ethic and discipline. Any other benefits?
There are other benefits. Like I said before, the injuries, quicker injury recovery, better stability. I think one of the bonuses is it was a life change. It's a life. He enjoys it. It's something he can always do. He will probably always do it. Self-confidence has a big change in his self-confidence. Kyle was kind of quiet, a little introverted inside, not a very big difference up here. As he got bigger and he got stronger, and he started to achieve some of his goals, he blossomed, is what I tell him. I mean, I can't say enough. I don't know if that's what you want.
Actually, I'm sorry. If you could just talk just a little bit about, Steve was really connected with early on, I guess when he was 12, and you wanted him to be part of the program, and I don't know what the interaction was like.
Well,
you could talk about that a little bit.
When Steve was first starting, like I said, I followed him from when he first started in 2004. And obviously, I would take one, and I had to take the other one with me, and he would watch him in the summer programs or whatever. And Kyle kept asking me, can I do this? Can I do this? I want to do this, Mom. Let me try this. I said, Kyle, you're awful young. The growth plates aren't developed. I mean, I got one in it already, or are you sure you want to do this? Because, I don't let you start and not finish. I mean, you really got to be committed if this is what you want to do. And at that point, he said, this is what I want to do. I want to go to ASU. I want to throw in the Olympics. So I kept after Steve. When can we do it? What can we do? Left him partake in the summer when he ran. Kyle had some trouble. He had Oshlotter's as a kid. He was growing faster than everything else. So when Steve finally left him into the program, they kind of worked around with his knees, because his worst were his knees. And I'm trying to think. I mean, I did bug him. I mean, I did. It's not bug him. I just had a kid that wanted to try, and I know that they're always Steve's always trying to get the kids in younger, and I know my son's a wonderful example of what happens when a kid takes to it at a young age. I mean, there's a lot of concerns I had, but he got what he wanted so far. He comes back every summer.
How has Power Train changed your youngest son's life? And just do it in like a testimonial, like if this were airing on TV and you just said it in 3 sentences. Well, how much of an impact has Power Train had on, what's his name? Kyle, on Kyle's life.
Power Train's had the biggest impact on his life with his self-confidence, and helping him achieve his goals. In 2005, he set the state record. I mean, and that just reinforced everything we had worked on up until that time. I think because it was 2004 was the first time he placed at states, and that just took off. Tied in with the Power Train and everything else, and he blossomed in his final 2 years of school.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I sit in a car. I drop him off and sit in a car. I don't even come in and watch.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.